I think everyone knows you can start a fire with a magnifying glass. Understanding the scientific principle behind this makes fire starting simple, and with the right lens, you can put the whole thing on steroids for just a couple of bucks. The principle behind using a magnifying glass is that the lens gathers all the solar energy that hits the entire surface of the lens and focuses all that light and heat into a very small point on the material you're intending to ignite. Because of this, the larger the lens, the more solar energy you can gather to focus into the single point. This means it's easier and faster to start a fire with a larger lens. Now, traditionally, magnifying lenses have been made of glass because of its clarity and the particular refractive properties of glass in air. However, a very large glass magnifier would be expensive and too heavy and delicate for practical outdoor use. Enter the Fresnel lens. It works by collapsing the arc of the traditional convex lens into a flat area of concentric grooves. Certain modern plastics have both the clarity and the refractive index to make a very effective lens in a very thin and very flexible sheet. These lenses are readily available in many sizes and cost less than practically anything else in your kit. We carry the large 7-inch by 10-inch size in all of our get-home and bug-out bags, adding almost no weight and taking almost no space. The large size can start fires easily throughout the day, even in the early morning and late afternoon when the sun is low. It also works in thin cloud as long as there's enough sun to cast a reasonably strong shadow. Let me show you. It's midday in the winter as I shoot this, and the sun is coming through some very thin clouds, but the shadows are strong and well defined. As always, when using a lens to start a fire, I'm holding the lens so it's as flat to the direction of the sun as possible. This sets the lens to gather the most possible solar energy and facilitates a good focus on the fire starting material. You'll know if you're off because the bright spot will begin to elongate into a kind of rainbow hourglass shape, making it more difficult to get ignition. Ideally, you're projecting a tiny image of the sun itself onto the material. Here you can see that as the sun image comes into focus, the paper immediately begins to burn. Here, I've gathered a small bundle of material by breaking off and folding up the ends of some dead plants. Again, the material begins to smoke as soon as I can get the sun image focused on a tiny piece of material. Blowing lightly into the spot feeds extra oxygen, producing a flame. The whole process takes under a minute. When you have sun, Fresnel lenses are very effective fire starters. They're lightweight, inexpensive, and very compact. You can pack one behind your water bladder or up against your back in your pack, and it'll be reasonably protected from creases. You'll probably want to carry a small amount of fire starting material in your bag so you don't have to rely on finding suitable material when you need a fire. The pros say every item in your pack should have multiple uses, and your Fresnel lens does. It's actually intended as a magnifying lens, so finding that tiny splinter or reading the microscopic instructions and warnings on your medical supplies will also be a whole lot easier. If you're not 20 anymore, it might also be the tool that helps you find that critical small part that dropped and disappeared on the ground. The cost of these lenses is only $2 or $3, so they usually come in multi-packs from vendors on Amazon. I've left a link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Please save and share the video. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see new videos as I make them.